Hi guys, Markus here. In this episode I just bought a Chessmaster on eBay. This is a chess game formerly from East Germany.
DDR, Deutsche Demokratische Republik.
And it was a really progressive game for its time. The computer of course needs to know where your figures are standing on. So there are magnets on those figures, and normally they just use read contacts. And I just read that this one over here, they used Hall sensors. And this brings in, I don't know, a wide variety of issues. So there needs to be very big metal rods inside of each field and something. That was really interesting. And that there was a 2.5 megahertz version and a 4 megahertz version. So I'm very interested which version we got. I hope we find that out. What I've just paid, I put it on the screen right now. And the listing says it's not powering on. I can confirm that. I tried to power it on and there's nothing happening. But before I just put the documentation away, so this was from a complete whole another game, not sure why it's laying in here. And so that's the normal manual. And there is just a short version of it, really short as you see. And what's really nice, there are schematics with it. And how great is that? It would be perfect in our world now if every item I just bought will have a schematic. That would be so great. I hope that we do not need it. Let's find out. And this here is our chess, and as you can see it fills up the whole screen, so I'm not sure if I can show you the whole the whole chess game, but let's just get it out the case. Oh, and it's heavy. So here we have it, and you see it's all in English, so those games were made for more or less the export market, and they were really expensive. I think this one cost around 1,000 marks. At the side we got a nice drawer where all our figures are resting, and those are really nicely made. Have a look at this, all wooden, perfect. I like it. Looks very good. Yeah, and here should be a magnet. Good. Yeah, let's try what it's doing when we want to power it on. Here, just a normal standardized main voltage plug. Let it shortly put on its back. Oh, that's interesting. I just read that the 500 is a 2.5 megahertz version. Such a pity. I would like to have a little bit faster one, but yeah. And 501 would be the 4 megahertz version, just if you are curious. Yeah, let's try to power it. Yeah, of course there are some marks on the side, but yeah, it's an old game. And here I got the original cable, and here I got a new one, and you can see, yeah, those are not compatible. I first thought they are, but they are not. So let me show you what's happening. So it's plugged in. Here are my mains. Plug it in. And nothing is happening. I'm sure to have a look inside the game. So there is no on-off switch or something. So I do believe that this all should light up, or at least something would light up, but it doesn't. So I think we have no power. Let's just check if we have here power. Radiophon meter, voltage AC, and let's probe. And yes, we do have voltage, so the cable is fine. Just put a towel underneath for protection. I think we just need to remove all those screws, and that's it. So let's do that. Let's first unplug this connection here. That's our mentioned drawer. Funkwerk Erfurt. Oh, I like old stuff. That's always nice. So we do have a fuse here. Let's see if the fuse is doing its job. And I think the fuse is gone. Let me see if I can remove it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's measure it. So it's beeping, and I hold it one side here, one side here, and there is no beep at all. So we have at least a blown fuse. So speaking of blowing fuse, let me blow out the case a bit. And I just saw the reading. So T0 1 amp, I would say. So let me have a look in my fuses box. They do have something appropriate. And here is 1 amps. 1, 2, 3. It's hard to read, but yeah. Let's 1 amp 1. Let's try. Okay, this one is fine. Quickly go over it with some IPA in those contacts. Yeah, I can see it's dirty as hell. I mean, overall, that looks not bad for its age. I think it's from the 80s. So let's just get it. Let's insert the new fuse. Check. And it's not perfect. Yeah, that's good. So we have a continuous beep. So we are good to go. I think that our transformers are hopefully fine. So this part here should be okay. Then let's have a look at the other side. So what is happening here? Okay, this looks very messy from factory, I believe. Let's remove those screws and have a look inside. And the question, of course, is, can we fix it? We will see. So there are some metal poles here, and I just get one on the back, and this is spinning with it. So I need a way to get a grip and remove it. Maybe I can grab it with this plier here. Oh, come on. Wow. I mean, yeah, those screws are resting there for decades. Okay, this was the pole that was stressing me. Let's see if I can turn it in more. Let's turn it and have a look. I was instantly thinking about changing those caps here. They can't be good, can they? I mean, they are ages old, so the electrolytes must be dry, or mostly dry at least. Yeah, but otherwise, can't see a damaged component, at least visually. What do we got here? What does that mean? So I do like those old style fonts. So that means 2200 microfarad and 16 volts cap. So I'm not sure if our normal caps, I think that it's much better. So I hope it's just because our technique is now much better than, yeah, in those years. And I just looked it up, and those are audio capacitors. I'm not sure if that means any different, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, we could try it out. I mean, what should go wrong? At least they are not leaking, so it should be possible to turn this beauty on. But let's get in just 1 or 2 screws to hold it in place. Okay, that should be enough. So it's not turned on yet, the power of this cable, but I will just put it in. Okay. Let's hope that nothing is exploding. And nothing is exploding, but have a look here. The green LED. Okay, now I'm curious and I have no idea how to play this game. New game. What does that mean?
All I know is there's a beep on this thing and I'm trying to get us there.
Okay, let me just turn it off again and get the description. Okay, let's power it on again. So power LED is on. That's good. To begin the game, press new game. Yeah, okay, you have to get all figures already at the places. So I think it's working, at least we have power. Let's swap all capacitors. So let's count this here. I think it's a nice detail that they just protected their components with some kind of rope to hold it in place. Someone drops it or something. That's very nice. I think it's similar to the present, where we just put all these, this white putty that's getting hard and fixing the components in place. Why are those jumper wires here? Was the board layout not correct and they needed to have a working board to use those wires? Or does someone else, I don't know, maybe a customer just did that because, I don't know, maybe something wasn't working or just skipping some components? I hope it's factory, but I don't know. What really is a beauty about old boards is that it's just let it solder, so it's very easy to desolder. Look at those big capacitors. I mean, they are almost the size of my thumb. I think that's very big, so let's see if I can find a replacement. So unfortunately, 2200, that is a very big number. My assortments are just going up to 1000. So I scraped all other things I have laying around and I just came up with those three. So we have 2200 and 25 volts, that's fine. Same story, 50 volts. And another 2225 volts. So the voltage at those capacitors just means that's the maximum voltage. Those were rated for 16, so that means we are totally fine. But of course it's not looking that pretty when we have different sizes in capacitors, but yeah, I think I have to live with this. I think it's all better than those old ones. And the question is there a way to place them? We need to place them like this. When we place it like this, or the sandwich board, so it wouldn't fit from the depths of this thing here. So we need to lay it flat. That's, I think, why they use the axial, whatever it's pronounced. Don't run in those height issues, but those are really uncommon these days. So I do have some copper wire here as 0.8 millimeter, and that would fit perfectly. I was actually thinking about something like this here. Let's have a look from the other side. So it's of course wiggling around. Get some more solder here. Fine. So this is the height of all other components, so we could try to get it flush. Okay, let's try to place it in the middle. Oh, wait. Okay, what I need to be aware of, there's a trace underneath. When I touch it with this, I mean, there's no solar mask or something. That's a pure, I think that's just a pure PCB. Let's check that. Diode mode. And when we Pro here, for example, yeah, that's the bare metal. Okay, so I need to protect it somehow. Yeah, why not? Let's use solar mask for this. Let's try this yellow solar mask I've laying around. Never use that because I have very rarely another color than green. We'll use a brush for this. First, wipe it up with alcohol. Then getting my UV lamp, putting it on. This will shut off in 20 seconds or so. Done, but we'll do a second layer, I think. So please don't see that all of proper restoration. It's more entertainment and yeah, stuff I've laying around. And just hoping don't to harm the device. Yeah, I'm not a professional, keep that in mind. One more time. So, but just to run and no issue at all, let's cover those spots with Kaplan tape, just to be sure. Okay. So, I think that's good. Let's try to fit this cap here. Okay. Second cap in. Good. I mean, yeah, this one has a protective coat, but I'm not 100% sure if this is enough. So let me just try to bend it a bit and to place at least also some Kaplan tape. Let's solder in the last capacitor. Same story as with this one. So those are just 470 microfarad and 25 volts. So I think there should be plenty of replacements available. So what do we set? 470. Ooh, no, have a look. 420, but I just got 16 volts. Well, that's unpleasant. Yeah, I just found one replacement part in my drawers. I think that's not good. Let's check if we do need to replace it. I mean, yeah, it would be better, of course. I do have a ESR meter. With this help, you could measure the resistance of a cap in circuit and maybe find out if this one is faulty or you need to replace it. Let's check what it's doing. But first we need to zero it. And to do this, we just clip them together, click 0. Now we're good to go. Now we just need to put our probes at the desired cap. In this case, this one, they bent the other one out of the way. And here, and then we should get a reading. And it says 0.074 ohms. That says the reference of 25 volts. So in this case, that's fine. And it's a good cap with low ESR at the inner resistance. And when you see a higher value and it's telling you when it's getting bad, then you would replace it, obviously. We shouldn't need to do this. Maybe I should have checked them also prior, but yeah, otherwise I just put them in a drawer and yeah, I got some actual caps. But let's check them, why not? And this probe here. Those are also fine, But yeah, we just replace them. Why not? I think it's not a bad idea to replace them. This is just one parameter for, yeah, checking a bad cap, I think. It doesn't automatically mean that this one is perfectly fine. Now we need to measure the capacitance. Yeah, we could do this, why not? Let's see what it's giving us. Meter in capacitance mode. Minus. And positive. So I think that will... Yeah, 2600 microfarad. So it's a bit higher, to be honest. Ah, okay. Not sure if it's in range. Yeah, but let's just grab another one and check this one. Oh yeah, here we go. 2300. Yeah, I think that this one is also fine. At least from capacitance. Yeah, you know what? Let's leave it as it is. So I think there wasn't the big need of replacing this, so we just leave it like it is. I think it is just a bit more interesting than just changing a fuse. And those two, we just leave them. And this one, I think it's also fine. So we will just need to fix them. Unfortunately, I just got this one here. And this is just for yeah, heatsink. When you open some devices, there are the white gummy stuff around caps, and I was hoping that this is this, but I just googled it, and so this is just a heatsink base, so I don't think that this will work or harden out. Yeah, then just let's use some hot glue. I'm hoping that this is enough. So you see it's in place, and it's in place. It's not moving much. Well, maybe this one here. And let's put it together. What that?
Hey!
Hello? What are you doing? Go away. Come on. Okay, let's put it back together. And I don't want to do another test. I will just screw it back together and hope for the best. So again, the moment of truth. Is it exploding? Hopefully not. Okay, at least we got the green light. You hear the transformer. Those... Oh, that's a very annoying new game. Okay, it's doing the same thing, it's good. So I think this is just because we haven't placed any figures. Let me go to the normal table and yeah, let's try it out. Here you see me running some tests printed in the manual to make sure that the game is okay. Basically, you move figures in a specific way and the computer needs to react to it. This makes sure that everything is working fine. The test passed without any issues. So guys, now let's check out the game versus the computer. I have to say I have no chess experience at all. So I just have laying around the manual and there are the allowed turns in for the figures, knight and stuff. I just try out, but it's just more or less a function test that you can see how is it working and what is it capable of. So this is just the beginning. We just powered it on. When we now say new game and level, normally it's level 1, we could go with level 0, but let's stay with level 1. Why not? I mean, that's the default. So we just confirm that, and now the your LED is light up, so that means it's my turn. Let's see what we could do. When I'm just lifting the knight, the red LED of this field is lighting up. And you see this here. White, it's my color, and the knight. And when I now put it in here, now CM is lighting up. So it's his turn. And he wants with this to this. Now it's my turn again. I see he is thinking. This thinking time is obviously, yeah, a thing of the processing power. I mean, he has to check out all the possibilities that this turn would offer for him, and there is somewhere in the manual a listing. Yeah, this listing says level 0, it's just 3 seconds. Level 1, it's up to 15 seconds. Level 2, 30 seconds. Yeah, and so on and so on. What you could do, if he is thinking too long in your perspective, you can push the hold button over here. That's obviously not its perfect turn in this situation because he couldn't think about all possibilities, but he will just take one he has already figured out. So this goes to here. And now you see a rapid blinking. That's very awful in my opinion. I don't think that any electronic in the present will blink that fast at normal operation, but okay, that means just he's pre-thinking. So when I would now take the best turn or the best movement with one of the figures, he is thinking about it and could directly answer. When I'm not doing this, he will just, yeah, do the blinking stuff with the CMS and figure it out for itself. Yeah, let's see. It was obviously the same strategy that he would have chosen, so that's why it's that fast, and the, yeah, pre-braining, I think it was called. Yeah, not slow blinking. And see, it's taking its time. So, but yeah, it's okay. I think it's a lovely board, and it's really well made, and it feels high quality. I like it very much. So what you could also do, and what's also possible, is just to play versus another player. And then you could, I think, at the referee mode, but I'm not 100% sure. And then you're able to, yeah, play the game with a friend or someone. And if you do, yeah, invalid turn, the chess game notify you about this and complaining. So I think that's very kind and, yeah, a very good way to play this game. And yeah, I like this wooden optic, and that all is wooden here except for the buttons and the LEDs, obviously. Very nice. We'll just keep playing some chess, and you will listen a bit to post-processing Markus. And yes, I see you soon. Summary time. Thank you very much for watching this far. You are awesome. Could we fix it? Oh yes. In the end we have a nice capacitor mix inside the game and a fresh fuse. I'm very surprised of the quality of the game and the sensor fields for detecting your moves. It is not perfect, but for its time I would say it is very advanced. Do you remember the table in the manual for the processing time of some moves? When you go up with a level, the processing time can be very high. At level 5 it can take up to 8 minutes for the CPU to figure out its best move. There are 2 more levels, but those are even worse. At level 7 it can take up to 12 hours for just one turn. That is crazy. In my head I have already some plans to speed this up, and I want to get rid of the mains plug. A battery powered chess game with a USB-C charging plug would be awesome, so stay tuned. If you like seeing me failing or sometimes succeeding, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video. This will help me a lot with growing this tiny channel. Have a heart for broken devices and give them a second chance. Hope to see you soon, stay healthy, and until next time, bye!